It's 7:14 in the morning. You're sitting in the parking lot. The engine is off. Your coffee is getting cold. Your badge is in your lap, and you cannot open the door. Not because something happened, not because today is worse than yesterday. It is not. Today is exactly like yesterday, and the day before that, and the 400 days before that. And that's the problem. You look at the building, you know every hallway, every face, every meeting that could have been an email. You know exactly what the next 8, 10, maybe 12 hours looks like because they're the same as the last 800. And somewhere between the steering wheel and the front door, a question lands in your chest. Is this it? Is this what I worked so hard for? If you had ever had that moment in the parking lot, in your bed at 2 in the morning, in the shower on a Sunday night, stay with me. Because that question is not a sign that something is wrong with you. And there is an answer, which I'm going to give you today. Welcome to Freedom to Follow. I'm Salime. If this is your first time here, I'm your digital business mentor for missions. I've spent over 20 years building digital businesses across the world, and I'm here to save you from all the mistakes and headaches and hand you the frameworks, the hacks, and the blueprints to start building your digital business today. Everything we talk about comes with a practical exercise waiting for you for free at latinpreneurs.com/the vault. Now, today's exercise is one that I wish somebody had given me 20 years ago. I'll tell you more about it in a few minutes. If you're already part of this community, welcome back. This is season 3, a new season from stuck to started. And this one is for everyone who wants more from their life, but don't know what that might look like yet. Don't worry, because by the end of this season, you will. Let me tell you about my parking lot experience. It wasn't the exact spot where I parked my bike every single day. It was working in the 14th floor office in a building in Nanjing, China. Smog so thick I couldn't see the building across the street. And my boss had just asked me to come on Saturday again. Now that day, one of my few friends had organized a get-together. And I remember standing and staring outside of the window, looking at nothing and thinking, man, I moved across the world for this? Now, I had done everything right. I had the good grades, a good university, a good job, a good title. I was the daughter that made it, the one that family pointed at reunions. She's the one that works in China in an international firm. And I was miserable. Now, not the kind of miserable where you cry in the bathroom, the other kind. That kind where everything looks fine from the outside, but something inside you is slowly dying. That kind where you stop imagining a different future because this one looked and took so much effort to build that questioning it feels ungrateful. I know you know that feeling when wanting more feels like betraying everything you already have. Now, I carried that feeling for years, through promotions, through races, through every performance review that said exceptional. Exceptional at a life that wasn't what I had dreamed of. And here's what nobody told me. Nobody told me that this ache was not ingratitude. It was calling. It was my soul doing exactly what it was designed to do, rejecting a life that was too small for what God had made it for. But I didn't have language for that yet. I did not have anyone telling me, Salime, the question you're asking and you might be too afraid to ask out loud is not weakness. It is God's calling in your life. So I kept showing up, keeping performing, kept the parking lot and the bike and the badge and walking through that door until one day I didn't. But that's a story for another episode. But today I want to talk about the parking lot, that moment before the decision. What is actually causing it? And what I found on the other side. Now I call this the parking lot question. It is a question that shows up uninvited in the quiet moments when the noise of the day has not started yet, or it has finally stopped. Now, it doesn't shout, it really whispers, and it only asks one thing: is this all there is? Now, most people hear that question and do one of three things. Number one, they shame it. They tell themselves, be grateful. You have a good job. People would kill for what you have. You're being ridiculous. They bury it. They scroll, they binge that show, they fill out that silence so that question cannot land, or they answer it. And that's where everything changes. So today we're going to actually answer it. First, why do you feel this way? Let's talk about the real reason. You're not broken. You're simply boxed in. See, there's a difference between someone who cannot handle life and someone whose life is too small for their God-given calling. And you watching or listening right now, I know who you are already. Because broken people don't ask the parking lot question. People who are being called to something bigger do. So let me name what's actually suffocating you, because it's not the job itself, it's what the job is stealing from you. You wanted to be present for your kids, like really present, maybe even homeschool them. Or maybe if you're a man listening to this, you've been bivocationally pastoring your church for years, at nights, on weekends, while you give your best energy to a company that does not even know your name. And you have been praying for the day you could shepherd full time. Or maybe you want to start a Bible study with some women that you know, or volunteer at a hospital on a Tuesday mornings, or finally go to that mission trip that you've been talking about for 3 years, or study in a seminary, or just have the freedom to say yes when God calls you to go. And you can't, because the job owns your schedule. The paycheck owns your decisions. And the structure you build to be responsible is the very thing that's actually keeping you from the life that God is calling you to. Now, I know that your office is supposed to be the mission ground. I believe that. But let me ask something honestly. Between the meetings and the emails and the deadline and the office politics and your brain being everywhere and nowhere, is it? Is it really? Or is that mission getting scraps of someone who is running empty by Tuesday or Wednesday? See, that's why you feel that parking lot question. Not because you're being ungrateful, but because there is a gap between the life you're living and the life that God is calling you to live. And your soul knows it. Now, let me tell you, there is a door and it has a name. So stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you might be the most important thing that you will hear this year. And again, there will be a free exercise available at latinpreneurs.com/the vault. There is a way to earn the income you need on your schedule using skills you already have without trading them for hours in an office, without becoming an influencer, without selling things in a sleazy way, without building 1 million in following. It's called a digital business. And before you tune out because it's something that sounds like tech bro in Silicon Valley does, let me tell you what it actually is. A digital business means you take something you know how to do, a skill, knowledge area, professional expertise, maybe even a serious hobby, and you package it into something people can buy online. A course, a guide, a template, a training program, something that teaches what you know to people who want or need to learn about it. And here is the most exciting part. You build it once and it can sell while you sleep, while you're at your kid's recital, while you're on your mission trip, while you're studying for your seminary class, while you're living your actual calling in the Lord. This is not about being an influencer. You do not need 1 million followers. Heck, you don't even need 1,000 of them. This is not selling leggings or cosmetics to your cousins. This is not MLM. This is not crypto. This is not getting rich quick. This is, what do you know that other people need or want to learn, and you teach it in a way that reaches them online. This is what I have done since 2004. This is what I teach, and this is what has given me freedom to pursue my calling in the Lord. This podcast is the foundation for you to do it as well. Because I believe that God wants you on mission, and I believe that this is how we can actually unleash millions of Latinos to do what the Lord is calling them to do. Now, let me tell you, real people are doing this right now with skills just like yours. See, I get this question over and over again. Can I do this? Absolutely. I want to tell you about some of my students so you see the breadth of the backgrounds and you can see yourself creating a digital business as well. I have a student who is a sushi chef. She doesn't sell sushi online. She teaches rice techniques to other chefs. Super specific, super niche, and super valuable. She built a digital course and she sells it literally from her iPhone. She's making more or less $7,000 a month and she just started. I have another student who teaches knitting, not in a shop online. People pay her to learn patterns and techniques from video lessons she recorded once. She is making $3,000 a month. Another student, she has a background in biology and food science. She built a digital training program on technical compliance and food safety standards for the food industry. She packaged what she already knew from her career and turned it into something that companies pay for without her being in a classroom, without her being on anyone's schedule. I have a student who's an artist and teaches illustration techniques. A teacher who packaged a classroom management system, a nutritionist who turned her meal planning method into a digital guide, and I have a grandma who teaches how to make tamales. Now, these are not influencers. These are professionals and skilled people who realize that they know something that has value. And that value does not have to be traded hour by hour on somebody else's building. I know you have skills like this. I know you do. You might not see them yet, but you have something professional, personal, creative, practical that somebody out there needs and would actually pay to learn. And that's what this season is about. So over the next 12 weeks, I am going to show you what a digital business actually is, how it works, how people just like you have built one, and how you can start. Even if you have a full-time job, even if you have no audience, even if the most technical thing you've done online is send a picture through WhatsApp. So what I'm going to teach you is not theory. It's a path that I have walked. It is what I have built. It is what I am building through Latinpreneurs. And this is what I help people build every single day. The parking lot question has an answer. And the answer is not be grateful and stay. The answer is build something digital so we can unleash you into God's calling in your life. And that's very, very exciting for me. And I hope it's super exciting for you as well. Here's what I made for you, because I don't believe in giving you a big idea and leaving you nothing to do about it. I created an exercise free called the Parking Lot Reflection. It is waiting for you right now at latinpreneurs.com/the vault. It is a guided journaling exercise that will take you 15 minutes and it will walk you through 4 questions. What am I actually feeling when I sit in that parking lot scenario? And what is it costing me to ignore? If I could earn what I need through a digital business, what would I do with that freedom? What is the Lord calling me to do with that freedom? What do I already know how to do professional, personally, creatively that other people ask me about, come to me for, or would pay to learn? And if there were a way to start building something digital on my own in just a couple of hours per week while I keep my job for now, would I be willing to try it? Now, this last question matters because the woman who says yes to that question, even quietly and scared, she is the one that I made this season for. Go to latinpreneurs.com/the vault, look for the Parking Lot Reflection, download it tonight and do it. It will take you 15 minutes. And no, it will not solve everything, but we're going to go week by week, step by step, showing you what you can build, even if you are too busy or too scared to name it. Now, let me come back to that parking lot for a second. I don't know what your parking lot looks like. Maybe it's not actually a parking lot. Maybe it's the edge of your bed at 2 in the morning. Maybe it's in the shower where nobody can hear you think. Maybe it's the commute where you rehearse a resignation that you never send. Whatever it is, that is sacred ground, because that is where a truth lives. You were not put on this earth to spend your best years asking permission to live the life that the Lord is calling you to. You were not given talent and intelligence and ambition and faith just to park it in a cubicle and count the days until Friday. And now you know something that you did not know 15 minutes ago. There is a way out that does not require you to blow up your whole life. There are people with skills just like yours who build something that gives them real freedom. Freedom to follow wherever God leads, because the income does not depend on a boss saying yes. This is what this season is about, and I'm going to walk with you step by step every single week. Next week, I'm going to help you find the thing you don't know you have, the skill that is hiding in plain sight, the thing that people already come to you for at work or at church or in your family that you've been giving away for free because you never realized it has value. After next week, you'll never look at what you know in the same way again, and you'll have a list in your hand of at least 3 things of what you could build your digital business around. You do not want to miss it, but first please go to latinpreneurs.com/the vault, do the parking lot reflection, because it will help you start. Thank you for listening or tuning in. My name is Alime, and this is Freedom to Follow by Latinpreneurs. See you next week.